Okay, time is 10 o'clock. Let's start the session. Okay, so my name is Shinny. In case you are not aware, um, we will be going through GoBuster tool, one of the very popular tool that is used for cyber security activities. Okay, so usually you may have heard this if you have completed CH course or if you have completed CPENT or any other advanced course like CSP. You may have gone through GoBuster before, but due to time constraints and also there are a lot of other tools available, so we may not be able to go through everything in the GoBuster, or at least we may not be able to go through most part of the GoBuster. We'll just go with the typical usage. Okay, so keeping that in mind, I thought okay, we should take some time to explore each tool, so that is why we have started these sessions. Okay, um, last session we have gone through Nmap. So what are all the options available in Nmap and how they will work, that we have explored. So if you want, you can check that out in the YouTube as well. It is uploaded. Link probably available in the Discord itself. You can search for that. This is also being uploaded to YouTube. Actually, I tried live streaming on YouTube, but I don't know. Okay, I think I found the share button. Yeah, I found the share button also, so if you want to watch this on YouTube, you can do that too. So again, um, that link I will share in general if you want to catch up from the YouTube. Also, after the video is went live, after the live is ended, usually YouTube will save them into saved videos, so you can revisit it in the future if you want any reference. Okay, so that will be the introduction. Now let's get started with the GoBuster. So by default, GoBuster is not default tool in your QRadar, so not QRadar, in the Kali. You'll have to install it. I'm not sure about Parrot though. If you are using Parrot, it may or may not be available in your machine. So what we'll do is we'll install. It's very simple to install. Type apt update apt install GoBuster -y, so that will should install GoBuster on your device. Okay, uh, while it is installing, let me tell you what GoBuster actually is. So it's actually enumeration tool actually, so written in Go language, hence the name GoBuster. And coming to the buster word, so usually when you are sending huge amount of traffic to the target, typically it is called as buster. So we have directory buster, similar to Go Buster, but again Go is somewhat faster, and also using Go language it is written to make it much more improvements and all of that. So it is supposed to be faster and supposed to be better than regular directory buster. So you may have used directory buster. So directory buster, if you give http colon slash slash www.altoromutual.com. So if you give like that, it's going to find out what kind of subdirectories are available in that particular URL. Okay, so that's directory buster. So same way we have go buster. What's different in this is it is much more it has much larger footprint in enumeration, not just for directories, but it also does a lot of other enumerations as well. Okay, so that's the most interesting thing, at least for me. Maybe by the end of the session you may also find it interesting. It's like a multi-purpose tool that can do a lot of things. Okay, so let's go with that. Anyway, I'm going to stop the directory buster now because that's not the focus of our today's session anyway. Meanwhile, GoBuster is already installed. So if I type GoBuster, you can see that right now it is installed. Okay. So why did I say it is a multi-purpose tool? Okay. Directory Buster also can do directory listing. What GoBuster can do more? Okay. So if you want to identify that, you can take a look into help. As usual, take a look into help all the time, because I may say 10 things now, but as a tool gets updated, you may find even more, mechanics and more. techniques and more information, more options as it progresses, as it develops. So it's always better to check the help when you're using any tool. Even if you know it full well, it's always recommended to go with help. So if I go with help, I'll be given a basic help option, not the detailed one, only basic one. Uh, what I'm interested in this is available commands. Okay, so GoBuster can do all these commands. Okay, for example, version. So if I give GoBuster version, so that's going to show the version of the GoBuster. So if I say GoBuster version, that command is going to extract the GoBuster version. However, that's not the important one. The important one is these things. Okay, so this is why I said it is much more multiple purpose tool actually. So as you can see, we can perform directory enumeration, directory busting. That's one thing. But apart from that, we can also do DNS enumeration. We can do fuzzing. We can do Google Cloud enumeration. We can do S3 enumeration. We can do TFTP enumeration, and we can do vhost enumeration. Okay, so we are looking at basic OSINT enumeration. We are looking at web application enumeration with vhost and directory busting. We are looking at fuzzing in the web applications, and apart from that, we are also looking at cloud, and we are also looking at FTP TFTP services. Because it targets multiple protocols and can do multiple things with its brute forcing capabilities, that's why I call it as GoBuster. Okay, so today we'll explore. I don't have any vhost targets, but also I don't have any TFTP. But whatever I do have, I'm going to explain and I'm going to demonstrate how they'll work. Okay. So DIR, like I said, every website will have multiple hidden directories and other things, files, etc. You can investigate them with the help of dir command. DNS means DNS enumeration, whatever you can do with DNS dict6 or DNS enum tool, you can do with the DNS command. And fuzz is the most important one or interesting one. Let's say you have a 10,000 cross-site scripting payloads, or let's say you have 10,000 username and passwords. You want to test them all on the target. Okay, so what you can do, you can use fuzz. There are a lot of other tools related to that, but this can do that also. Okay, give it a dictionary, and then wherever you provide the fuzz in the particular URL or packet content or something like that, in that place your payload will be replaced. For example, let me show you. If I go to altermutual.com or any other vulnerable site, go to alteromutual.com. Let's say I want to test cross scripting here. For that, I can go to the search box and put some malicious code there. Let's say h1 chinny and h1. So like that I can test one. Okay, but like that, if I have like 10,000 scripts that I want to verify, manually doing all of that can be time taking, exhausting. Okay, what I can do, I can do with the GoBuster like this. So I can paste the URL like that, replace the malicious query with the word fuzz, and then if I give a dictionary of all my malicious scripts, in the place of fuzz, it will replace all of them with the word or with the malicious script that I have provided, and try to access them, and whatever is happening in that particular thing, any output, any positive, negative, all of that you will be able to see with that. So that's why it's an important thing. Apart from that, we have S3 and GCS components. So in these two cloud components, we have a bucket format, a folder format. If these buckets or folders are not properly secured, we may be able to explore them, we may be able to brute force them and find out what they are. Okay, that's what S3 and GCS is. Again, we generally use third party tools like lazy S3 scanner or typical S3 scanner. But here again, both of them I can perform right here without having to install bunch of other tools. Same goes with TFTP, same go with vhost. Since I don't have them, I don't I can't show them, but if there is any TFTP server, we can brute force the directories of the TFTP server. Same way, when it comes to server, a server can install multiple sites, and those multiple sites it can bind them to different port and IP combinations. We call them as vhosts. So you can try to investigate them also with the help of the vhost command. Okay. Apart from that, typical flags are providing word list, typical one, and word list offset. This one is interesting. For example, if I go to rocky.txt, okay, I already know where it is. Let me just directly see that. ls/usr share word list. It's not extracted yet. So I have a rocky.txt dictionary. If I take a look into that rocky.txt dictionary, let's see what happens. Share word list rocky.txt. Okay, so that's good. Right now I have the dictionary words directly available, but sometimes what happens is the dictionary doesn't start words until some lines. Let's say first they'll give some basic comments saying that this is dictionary, etc., etc. Or let's say, what if you already have tested some amount of dictionary already, and you don't want to try them again, you only want to try the remaining words. So in that cases you can actually proceed to give the word list offset. So if I say in the entire rocket.txt don't test for first 10 lakh words, I can say hyphen hyphen word list offset 10 lakh. So after 10 lakhs, whatever words are there, it is only going to test them. So that's what minus w word list, and also word list offset. Okay. Now the typical verbose we have, threads we have, how many number of requests you want to send at the same time. That's the threads. Remember, the more you send, the faster you will get the response, but the faster you'll also get caught. The lesser threads you send, the slower you'll get the response, but it will take more time to get caught. So you'll have to pick one. Do you want fast results or easy detection? Pick one and go with that. And quite generally, every time you run GoBuster, it's gonna print a banner saying that etc., etc., basic details and all of that. If you don't want it, you can stop it with quite. Okay. So we have patterns. If you are looking for any kind of replacement patterns, you can go with that also. You can save output. You can use minus z to avoid showing how much it is done. If you want that, you can go with that. No, not avoiding colors, avoiding errors, delays, all the basic things. So these are global flags. Global flags means these flags are same for any command that you pick. Okay. Whereas each and every command inside can have their own dedicated specific flags. You can find them by giving that command. Let's say if you want to do that for directory buster, so dir and give help. So that okay, we need to give the URL first and then help. Let me try something else. Let's say, what if I give DNS and help? Yeah, let me give a domain then. Minus u URL http colon slash slash www dot altero mutual dot com. I have used okay, okay, no problem. I gave the domain flag is you only, no? I think it's not taking for that. Domain directly. Domain. Interesting. So u is the default value for the domain, but for some reason it is not accepting. Uh, did they change it or something? Minus u only. Let me try. Go buster. Uh, dir only. I want dir. After that, minus u and the URL. Ah, so it's clearly saying that I did not provide a word list. Okay, so I I'm not even seeing the error properly. So minus w Word list, I can give any word list. Um Word list document. It's not a proper word list, but I'm just giving that for sample. So this is a banner. If you don't want this banner, you can give minus q to avoid the banner. But I wanted help. GoBuster dir. Let me check. So that is right. So that's how you can give it. However, I wanted to see more commands, more flags of that, but am I getting error? Let me check. Okay, maybe I should give hyphen hyphen help. How stupid is that? Generally, it is only normally help. See here, when I want GoBuster normal help, it is just normal help. But for command, you have to give hyphen hyphen help. Just because I didn't give hyphen hyphen, it is tortured me until now. Anyway, now you can see these are all directory specific instructions. Okay, these are all DAR specific flags. Like F only works for this. Similarly, C, D, E, X, all these values are specific to the. See, you can see normal flags and global flags. Like I told you earlier, global flags will work for everyone, but this one only works for this. See, that is why I gave minus U, because the U is specific to this one, which is a directory thing. But if I give U for a domain in the DNS, it doesn't accept. So let's see what is help options for DNS. Okay, for DNS I need to give minus D. What about for S3? So these are for S3, minus M, minus K. There is nothing here, you directly have to give the dictionary, because that's how S3 will work. So like that, yeah. So if I check the history now, so typical help, global help you can get with GoBuster help. But if you want to get help of a specific command, you'll have to give GoBuster the command hyphen hyphen help. Don't forget the hyphen hyphen. So yeah, that is the getting help. Now let's start using it. Let's see how we can use different things inside of the GoBuster to enumerate different things. Let's start with our typical OSINT DNS thing. Okay, so I will pick my favorite Wipro.com. Okay, so if I say GoBuster DNS hyphen hyphen help, let's see what options we have. So we have no FQDN. FQDN is fully qualified domain name. It says do not automatically add to that dot to that, so it doesn't search for the domain. Okay, uh, resolver. So generally, when you give any domain name, it will use a DNS to resolve, right? By default, it will take your default DNS entry. But if you want to use a custom DNS entry, then you can use, again. That's exactly what's use custom DNS server. Okay, let's say I don't know if you have any DNS server name, domain name, you can give it. I only have DNS IP addresses, not the URLs, but okay. Similarly, we have minus C, says show CNAME. CNAME is a common name. For example, multiple names can be attached to one IP address, like fb.com, facebook.com, uh, something like that. These two are can be attached to same IP address, so those two are called as common names. Okay, so if you want to show them, you can use minus C. Okay, but if you use minus C, you cannot use minus I. Minus I is showing IP addresses. Either you can see IP addresses or you can see common names. I think I'll go with IP addresses. Similarly, you can provide timeout, like how long to wait for something, and also you can add any kind of wildcard forcing also. That's it. Unfortunately, we don't have much for DNS, so I am going to use minus I and nothing else, because I don't have any wildcards. I don't want to give any custom timeout. So I'll use minus I to show the IP addresses. So GoBuster DNS minus I and hyphen D. That's what D, right? Yeah, D for domain. So domain. My domain name is wipro.com, and I don't want Where is it? I don't want the banner. Okay, I want only the details, important details. So minus q for no banner. Hit enter. Okay, obviously word list, I forgot word list. Speaking of word list, you can install new word list. Apt install seclist for extra word list compatibility, or you can use a word list that is already there. So let me check. Slash usr share word lists. Now since I'm going with DNS enumeration, I think DNS map can be suitable. So let me check DNS map, DNS map.txt. Let me first see what is in there. These looks like, I don't like these because these are prefixes. Like, you have domain www something.com, right? So I think they are adding the starting entries here like www, but who will use kbq, kbr, etc., etc.? They may not, but let me see if there's any more letters available. I don't see z. Yeah, there is no more letters, it's just abcds. I don't know why they put it there. I don't like it. Since my seclist is installed, let me see if I have anything in seclist. Slash usr share seclist, and I'm looking for DNS. So discovery and DNS, yes. And after DNS, what do we have? So here we have a bunch of things. I think I'll take subdomains. Subdomains 5000. Yeah, these looking good. I'll take this. Subdomains top 1,000,005,000. I'll take that. So dictionary slash usr share seclist discovery DNS and that. Let's see how many I can identify on wipro.com. So now I can see no banner, but it identified multiple subdomains and their IP addresses. See, wipro.com one has multiple IP addresses, all of them I can see here. Video, SFTP, preview, webmail, SIP info. You get the idea. Okay, so that's what a GoBuster will do. Take the dictionary and then put it wherever you want. For example, if it is DNS, put it on the starting. If it is directory, put it on the ending. If it is fuzz, put it wherever you want, like that. Okay, same DNS enumeration you can do with other tools like DNS Dict6 also, but instead of installing like 10 different tools which will do the same dictionary based activities, the GoBuster will make the job easy for you with one tool. Okay, so that is DNS enumeration. Like I said, next one is obviously directory one. So if I say dir hyphen hyphen help, let's see for dir we have so many options. Okay, first of all we have minus f to add slashes. By default it will just take a word and put the word there. uh, when you put only word, it is identified as only file. When you put word and slash, that is identified as a folder. For example, see, um, here I have downloads folder. Okay, so if I make a file, let's say touch downloads. Okay, since it's already there, that could be a little bit of problem. But let me try. Okay, um, we did not make it. One moment. Echo nothing into downloads. Let's do one thing. Let me do it graphically. That is much easier. New document, empty file. I'm going to call it as downloads. Okay, so folder already exists. It says, okay, I don't want that. Skip all. So you get the idea. So I can make a downloads file and I can make a downloads folder. Let's say if I go to desktop and make one, create a document, empty file, downloads, LOADS. Okay, see here, if I say um, ls downloads, you can see a slash is added in the ending. Okay, a slash is added because it's a folder. Whereas if I say ls in the desktop, look for downloads, here you can see slash is not added because this download is a file, whereas this download is a folder. Same way, when we come back here, when I'm searching for GoBuster, when I give a word, if I give only word, that will be identified as a file. Whereas if I give a word and a slash, it will be identified as a folder. So if you want to try like that, you can give -f. Similarly, if there is any encryption used, you can use the encryption certificates like P12 certificate and P12 certificate password. Similarly, PM certificate and PM certificate password, if you are dealing with any encrypted site, that is. Okay, whereas right now I'm not dealing with encrypted certificate. Similarly, if the website needs to be accessed with a cookie value, you can provide the cookie value here. For example, I have DVWA. In the DVWA, in order to extract further details, if you have a cookie value, you can add more further details. So that thing, if you want to do, you can add using cookie value. Similarly, you can check for backup files, you can check for expanded details. So again, we'll see all of them, and also you can look for specific extensions. Let's say a website may have a lot of different files, but you are looking for only, let's say, PHP files, or let's say you're looking for TXT files, or maybe you're looking for image files. So what's the point of searching for others? So that you can do with this, look for only specific extensions. Okay, either you can give a single one or you can give multiple also using capital X. Then you have redirect. Sometimes whatever URL you visit, it will not be direct. Sometimes it will not load there, it will take you to some other location. You can follow that location using -r, that is follow redirect. Okay, so you can provide specific kind of headers, because sometimes unless your header contains some value, the website will not accept it, especially if any one of you are playing CTFs. In order to make things extra difficult for you, unless you add specific string in the header, the CTF machine will not accept your GoBuster request. In such cases, you can add the headers here. Okay, similarly you can use different type of method. Sometimes again CTFs, sometimes they will accept request using get request, but sometimes unless you send it using put request or some post request or something, they won't accept it. So you can change the method using -m. You can observe all of that using Wireshark or Burpsuit if you are interested. Okay, similarly hiding status, hiding TLS encryption validation, providing any username and password values. So if you want to perform basic authentication, see, in order to directory bust a DVWA, you need to provide basic authentication. That basic authentication you can provide using -p and also -u. So changing user agent, some websites will not open or accessible unless you are sending the traffic through specific user agent. So that you can use here, and -u as usual. So similarly you can retry, you can use random user agent, you can use proxy. Especially some of you who have completed CSP may know, when you are doing pivoting, you may not be able to reach the target directly. You may have to send your traffic through a specific proxy for that to work. So in such cases you can use proxy, either Tor or your SOX proxy from Metasploit framework console. Such kind of things you can use here. And looking for specific status codes, let's say you're looking for only 404 or you're looking for only 305 or something like that, you can mention that. So yeah, we have a bunch of options, all of them.
Scream the man as someone else.
Come again? Suddenly decided to say something. I don't know what he said. Okay, so anyway, like that we can actually see a lot of things. Let me use them and let's see how we can get information. So dir -u URL, we can do it on remote level website, we can do it on local website. uh, Remote level can take more time, but let's start with remote anyway. That's a website. Dictionary I need to change. Checklists, discovery, yeah, discovery, and then um, web content. Do I have anything in web content? Let's check there. Okay, we have a lot of them. Which one I'll pick? Directory list. I think I'll pick the directory list. Lowercase 2.3 small. So directory list lowercase 2.3 small. Okay. Now on top of it, I want to add options, right? So what options I want to add? So F I want to add minus F. Cookies, as of now I don't have any cookies, so I'll leave that. Minus D I will add. So minus F minus D. Anything else? I want to only see status codes um, 200 wherever it is okay. I want to see, not anything else. Then proxy password, no status, method. R, I want to use R also. I want to use E expanded, it will print full URLs. So let me use that. So minus E minus R. So minus E minus R. Then what else I would like to add more? S, right? Status code minus S. 200 only. I want to see only 200 status code, nothing else. Anything else? D is added, E is added. As of now, I'm not going with extensions. We'll check that later. R is added. Yeah, I think I'm good with whatever I have so far. Okay. So yeah, let's see. Now if I hit enter, we have some. Okay, 200. Okay, it says it's already there. You don't have to specify that manually. It's already there. That's good. So I don't have to mention only show me 200. By default, show me 204, 404. So if I hit enter, now you can see, slash is added, and also it is looking for. See, this is a problem. See, I by default the dictionary has a lot of unnecessary junk. Okay, let me show you. Take that. If I say less dictionary, see, up to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13, up to 13 lines. It's not a dictionary, it's just a junk information that I don't want. So for this purpose only we have this option. Where is this option? uh, Word list offset. See, this is why we can use word list offset. Copy that and add word list offset. How many lines we discovered? 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. So give 13. So after 13 lines it's going to go through. So earlier we have all these extra things, right? Now if I hit enter, now you can see it's no longer using them, skipping the first 13 elements and going with other elements only. Okay, so this is a banner. If you can add minus n or something, what is the option, I don't remember, but if you add that, this banner will be gone. Only directly to start performing enumeration. So like that, using the directory options, you can tune whatever you want and whatever you don't want, and get exactly wherever you want something. Okay. So right now you're already hiding 404 and looking for only 200. So let's wait. At least until we get something, I'll wait. And once we get some, yeah, there it is. See. So status code is 200 and size is 8360 bytes, and that is admin panel. So if I try to open it, I should be able to open it. Copy selection. Okay. So like that. Since I said follow redirect, it was able to redirect and find that as well. Now it's only not even 1% done. We have to wait until this 5,71,000 dictionary is completed. Let me do something local. Especially, I want to use the other options in order to get more details. Okay. For example, I want to use the basic authentication. Okay, so gobuster dir hyphen hyphen help. I want to use the authentication. Also, I want to show you the user agent. For example, right now, if I show you a website, there's a website. There can be a lot of website, but this is one of the website. See, this website doesn't open if you open it in this browser. So using the same browser, if I try to perform directory busting also, it doesn't work. But this website will open if I'm accessing it from a phone. So if I change my interface to phone, um, let me see, where can I do that? Debugger, network, style editor. Ah, it's available right here only. So click on it and change it to phone. I want to change it to, let's say, S20 Ultra. Now as soon as I switch it to S20 Ultra and if I load, see, earlier when I opened that with my computer browser, it did not open, but now you can see that as soon as I switch it to phone browser, it opens. So here the user agent is, if I zoom, can I zoom? Yeah, if you zoom, see here, Mozilla 5.0, Linux, Android 11, Samsung, GM, etc., etc. With that, you are able to see. But if I switch it to regular computer, where's my, I don't have any regular computer here, but if I have a regular computer and if I switch to that, if I come back to normal, it will no longer load if I reload it. See, gone. So same way, some pages will only be accessible if you are accessing from specific user agent. So that you can mention here. Okay, default is GoBuster, but if you want to change it to specific Chrome browser or Edge browser or something, you can do that with this. Okay, but for now I'm just gonna go with -u for credentials, or you can also give cookie value if you have that. So -u, username is admin, -p, password is password. Now the URL also I will change to my local DBW 0.0.109. Let's find out what you have within this DBW. Generally you can't do that unless you provide the credential. So now that I provided it, let's see, hit enter. Okay, see, login panel identified. There are some redirects also happen, 10 redirections. However, why is it not accessing other things? I gave credentials, so it should be able to access credentials. Why is it not accessing credentials? Username, I gave username and I have given password. We'll try with cookie also. Now that the credential is no longer accepting it. For cookie value, we need to give -c, so I'll keep that in mind. Okay, I think you get the idea. Now let me stop this and let me give cookie value instead of credentials. Cookie value is -c and go here, login and get the cookie value. Hello Charan Sai from YouTube. Just copy, man, nothing else. Copy and let me paste that here. So hopefully this should bypass the login issue because I providing the credentials directly, or I provide the cookie value directly. Let's see, can you do it now? See here, earlier the login sent a lot of redirections, but yeah, that's good. Now we are able to access setup page, we are able to access login page. So that's good. So yeah, it's working fine. Do not redeem. What is redeem? I don't know what you're saying. So these pages, this setup page, for example, that is inside of the uh, what should I say, DVWA, only you can access after logging in. Similarly, the other pages, hopefully I can find other pages as well. The login page, the security page. Again, security page is available here, which is inside of the particular authenticated page. So now that I have provided cookie value, it was able to find them all out. Okay, so that's a good thing. But again, I have provided a like big dictionary, right? So I'll have to wait until that entire thing gets completed. That's good because it is local. We are going a little bit faster, so that's good. So yeah, like that you can customize your directory enumeration much more detailedly, much more depends on your requirement. You can configure with the help of GoBuster like this. Provide authentications, provide proxies. Decide how much of the dictionary to be used with offsets. So all of that you can do with the help of this. Next thing is I'll also show you how you can look for specific formats like PHP, etc. So simple, you just have to add minus x. If you are going with few, you can go with minus x and give the format like PHP or something. So on the target only it will look for the PHP files, nothing else. So if I hit enter, now you can see index.php is there, login.php is there, security.php is there. Okay, so these are all hidden files. It identifies them as backup files, so they are there. Apart from that, if any other PHP files are available, it will try to show that as well. What if I say show me ASP files? There are no ASP files on the target other than backup files or something. Let's see what it can identify. See now, ASP files are not identified like earlier. Earlier we identified login.php, index.php, about.php, but since ASP such kind of files no longer there, we don't identify them. So yeah, that is good. We also identified vulnerabilities page. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, like that you can use multiple options of the directory buster in order to get most amount of information that you are looking for. Okay. Apart from these two, what is the next one that we have in the GoBuster help? Let's see. GoBuster help. So we have GCS, we have S3, both of them will work in the same way. It will try to identify the buckets. Now let me identify those buckets and then we'll take a look into fuzz. With that we'll conclude because again I don't have TFTP server, I don't have vhost, so I could show these two. Okay, so if I use S3 because S3 is more popular, S3 hyphen help, what options do I have? What help options do I have? I have maximum files, I have proxy, I have random user agent or specific user agent. Nothing different or nothing new here. So yeah, let's go with that. So how do we use it? Simple. You type GoBuster S3 and then provide the bucket name. So what is the bucket name option? I think just W and bucket name. So minus W and same thing slash usr share wordless, no it's not wordless, secless, and what was the dictionary that I used earlier? Subdomains. Not looking for subdomains. I'm looking for, let's say, file system. Let's see what we have in file system. Not interesting. Let me go to web content. In web content, yeah, this is what I used earlier. Let me use the same one. Cyclists, not that. Discovery, web content, and that's a dictionary. So essentially what it will do is it will take that dictionary of whatever you have, that words it is going to attach to the S3 bucket URL. So when it tried like 100 of them, out of 100 of them whatever are exposed, that we will be able to see. So let's try. Okay, see now what happened. These are all bucket names, whereas index, contact, full, crack, serial, images, these are all bucket names. Now these bucket names are available on the S3, so we are able to see all of them here. Okay, so however, let me see, does it show? Retry. I don't think it shows only if they are accessible or not, but let me try. Can I access whereas dot s3.amazon.com? Uh, Copy selection. Access denied. So this is bad. It should actually show you only if it is accessible or not. But let me try. If I try with HTTPS, nope. So whereas if you are going with a dedicated tool like S3 scanner or something like that, it will not only tell you if it is there or not, but it will also tell you if you can access it or not. So in that way, I don't think GoBuster is the best option in this situation. For example, let me show you. If I install S3 scanner, same thing if I do with S3 scanner, see how it will look like. So S3 scanner, um, S3, should I give S3? Let me check. Yeah, bucket file hyphen bucket. Provide the bucket file name slash usr share cyclist web shells, not web shells, discovery, web content, and the folder name, sorry, file name, directory list 2.3, small. Like that, if I give the bucket, invalid bucket. Okay, one moment. S3 scanner, no manual entry. Ah. So I need to say enumerate hyphen enumerate. Okay, then provider also I can provide like saying AWS or something like that. So let me do that. So hyphen enumerate hyphen provider. Yeah, that is good. So provider is AWS and enumerate is, yeah, that is it. Why it says invalid dictionary? The bucket is available, but it says invalid dictionary. So anyway, this what it will do is it is going to show you if it is not only available but also readable or not. But I'm missing that here, which is not very convenient. If I have to go through all of this manually and then find out if they're accessible or not, that will take forever. I don't think I'll have that much amount of time in my hand. The reason why I use a tool is to make things faster, not more slower. Okay, so good option, but not a great option. We have better alternatives with dedicated tools like S3 scanner or lazy S3 scanner like that. Okay, now with that in mind, I don't have very high hopes for GCP, but let me try. Remove S3 and give GCP, Google Cloud Platform. Okay, GCS. See, that's good. It says GCP means Google Cloud Platform. I believe GCS means Google Cloud Services. Now, let's see if we can find any buckets. Okay, that's great. We found some buckets, but again, still we don't know if they are accessible to us or not. So if I try to open it, copy, can I access it? Okay, let's read. Do I have access? Yeah, we have some photos here. Media link is this. Can I access the photo? Yeah, photo is downloaded. Chef Carlos, yeah, that is good. So this is better compared to S31. At least it was accessible. So what did I do? I just got this URL here. I opened the URL. Let me show you here. So let's say I have this URL. Can I access this? Copy, go. That should show you what kind of elements are there. I can see Broberg. What is this? Broberg 01, Broberg 02. Only two files there. That's bad. Okay, so if you want to access it, here we have a storage element link. Open that storage element link and the photo or media will be downloaded. This is some heavy media. It's taking a lot of time to download. 8.7 MB, 6 MB, probably some heavy quality photos. Let's see. So if you remember, these buckets are not mine. We just randomly found them big because they are using default name and also not a very strong security, I can say. Usually they could protect it individually, but I guess they are not doing a very good job of it. Because of that, I was able to access them. So those are the first two things only, but there are so many other things available. Imagine you create a bucket in Google Cloud Platform and don't protect it properly. This is what can happen. Bad guys can access your bucket and steal all of your photos or videos. Yeah, that is a high quality photo. So this guy is Broberg. I'm not sure if it is his full name or his name is Berg and he's a bro. I don't know. But anyway, imagine this is a boy. What if this is a girl photo? Some kind of sensitive photo some person stored in their Google GCP bucket, but they did not protect it properly. That is a problem. Okay, so all of that we can identify using again GoBuster. With that, let me see the options though. I did not try that. GoBuster GCS hyphen hyphen help. Yeah, same thing, nothing new. Same proxy, same random user agent, same specific user agent, same timeout. Nothing new here. Okay. So what else is remaining? GoBuster. Yeah. So far we have seen directory enumeration, DNS enumeration, GCP enumeration, S3 enumeration. Like I said, I don't have vhost and TFTP to show you, but I can try fuzz. Okay. Let's check the help option of fuzz. Same thing, but we have maybe few extra things like body string. We have request body and cookie value we can provide, and excluding status codes, redirect forward. Again, because it is web, we have all these options. I'll just go with the typical options only. None of them are like completely new that we haven't talked about. So what we can do is, like I said, take fuzz and you have to provide the URL, right? So minus b body string. Mm, so this is my website and this is my URL. So once I have the URL, now GoBuster fuzz minus URL. Now in this, I'm going to remove the query that I provided and say fuzz. Okay, and minus W, and here I need to give the dictionary. I want to do cross-site scripting, but I don't have any cross-site scripting dictionary, but I can download it by going into payload, all the things, payload all the things. If I go to cross-site scripting, right? So cross-site scripting, and here I have files, images, basic one. What if I go to the basic one? So we have exploit codes, SVG. I'm doing it in URL, so hidden input, HTML applications, client access. They have all the complicated things, but not the basic ones. Let me search on the internet. XSS payloads, payloads dictionary. Okay, vulnerability payload list. Where is it? These are the one what I want. So yeah, I'm gonna download this, or I'm gonna copy this because it's already available to copy. Nano xss payload.txt and paste. So these are all the cross scripting scripts that I want to try. How many are there? We'll see later. Delete the things. Control K K K K K. Yeah. Now how many payloads we have? 2690. If I have to test all of them by myself, it will take forever. So I'm gonna use GoBuster to make the job easy for me. So xss payload.txt. So let me hit enter. Because I have given in the quotation marks, I'm not sure how it will react, but let me do that. Hit enter. Yeah, that's good. So what's happening here? If you observe, scroll to the top, it took my URL properly, that is good. So after the query, wherever I have given fuzz, in the place of fuzz, the new malicious query, whatever is there in the payload dictionary, should be used. So let's check how it is working. So if I take a little bit down, if I see here, http colon slash slash URL is good, search dot JSP question mark query equal to, and you can see in the place of fuzz, wherever I have given fuzz, in the place of fuzz, I can see that the malicious query is executed. So like that, all the queries are getting executed, and wherever there is proper status code gives in the response, that we should be able to see. But as of now I can see most of them are 200 codes only. Again, you can use the -x to either keep them or delete them. Okay, so this should help you to understand how different queries in your target will actually respond to. Okay, so yeah, like that you can even test for different vulnerabilities using the fuzz option, especially when you want to, maybe even you can perform authentication you know attacks as well. For example, let me do that here. 10.00.109. This you can do in DVD, where you need to give cookie for that, so keep that in mind. Here I have a brute force section. So if I enter username ASDF, password ASDF, I will get a URL like this. Okay, now what I'll do, replace that existing URL with your new URL, like that. In the place of username value, replace that with the word fuzz, and in the place of password value also, replace that with fuzz. Now if I need to also give cookie value, so let me give cookie value -c cookie value. I click inspect document.cookie. Now using the fuzz, I'm trying to perform password cracking. Okay, so let's see. Copy and paste. I need a dictionary right now. Access payload is not suitable for password cracking, so let me create a dictionary. Nano creds.txt. I'll give admin, user, test, guest, db, a, sa, uh, root, tour. Again, username, password, both I'm giving in the same thing. Tour, password, 123456, 1234, 12345, 1234567 8, like that. Again, provide a bunch of credentials. Once you do all of that, provide that credential here, creds.txt. Now what it will do, it will take the URL, wherever there is username word, take one word from your username list, put it there and try to attack. Same thing with password. And when it tries all of them, if any one of them are working, you will be able to get the response in 200, otherwise you will get response in a different way. Okay, so like that you can do different types of attacks also using the fuzz method. So that is one very interesting method. The alternate method, an alternate tool for this method, if you want to use, there's a tool available called as WFUFF, WFUF something, yeah, WFUF, the application fuzzer. Same mechanism, you'll have to say fuzz wherever you want to add the fuzz, and it's going to replace that with the dictionary that you provide. Instead of this, you can use the fuzz feature instead of this. Okay, see here, all the credentials are replaced here in the place of username and password. You can see different credentials are used, and if any one of them are matching, you will be able to get the response, and you can see that here. Okay, so like that, different options of your go buster will help you to use the power of dictionaries to try them on different elements. If it is DNS in front of the URL, if it is directory element at the end of it, if it is buckets like S3 bucket or GCP bucket, again take the dictionary, try the variations. Out of all of them though, the S3 is only underwhelming. If it shows if it is readable or not, that would be even better, but it's not doing that. Only for that purpose I would say use different tool. S3 scanner is a better one, use that. Apart from that, for all the other things, for directory buster, for DNS enumeration, for GCS, Google Cloud Services, best, I haven't used any other tool, so I think it is best right now. So you can use that to access publicly available Google Cloud buckets, so that's a good thing. Unfortunately, I don't have vhost and TFTP to explore, so if you do have those services, maybe you can explore those as well. Okay, so so yeah, like that, different options instead of the GoBuster tool can be helpful to make your job a little bit convenient, little bit easier, and also usage of the tools a little bit better. Okay, so yeah, that is what we have for the session. If you would like to add anything, or if you want to ask any questions, you can ask. Right now it's approximately 11 o'clock, so I'll be here for a few minutes. Anything you would like to add, you can turn your mic on and ask. Otherwise, thank you all for tuning in. Hopefully in the future I'll pick another tool and we'll go in depth into that tool, and when that happens I'll share you the you know event in the Discord, or you can just access there. That's great. Happy Christmas for everyone. I'll stop the YouTube live.